Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 62. So this is going to be a pretty quick video. I just have 2/3 finished objects to show you. Two of them are the same thing and then one's pretty much finished that I'm calling it finished for today. So first of all, I have a new phone and so I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking, and like lighting might be weird, so this is my first time recording on my new phone. So there's that. So the first finished objects that I did are the leggy spiders from Joe's Web. So I kind of made them like at the same time. I started on this first one and then started on the second one, and then after that kind of like went back and forth making both till they were done. So here's the first one, and he is very loose and floppy and big hold. Here is the yarn I used for it. It is the Baby Bee Adorable in the color flannel from Hobby Lobby, and it calls for a 9mm hook, and I used, I believe, a 7mm hook. So I probably could have gone down a hook size, but since it was my first time making it, I decided to just kind of keep it nice and loose, especially with the legs, which were a little bit more complicated than I realized they were going to be. So I'm not sure if I actually did the legs right, because this fuzzy yarn's really hard to see and work with, and I generally don't like working with fuzzy yarn for that reason. But I like the way the finished project looks with the fuzzy yarn. The eyes are her eye tutorial. I just use a little bit of purple that was it was from a Lion Brand Mandala Ombre. It was the one with like purples and gray and white, I think. So I just used some of that for that part of the eye. And then I added a little smile because I felt like it needed a smile or something. So there's that one. And then the next one I used Premier Parfait. I think this is the color Blackberry. I'm not sure. The ball band's upstairs. It keeps falling off. And I used a 5.5mm hook. These eyes I got from Temu, I think. And I wanted to add little things just because I thought it were cute. And some of the legs, again, I keep having to like adjust to like make them point the right way. So still not sure if I did them 100% correctly. These eyes, they aren't the best quality. Each of them has like a little, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. There's like a little ridge where like the plastic isn't smooth. There was like a big chunk of extra plastic on it, so I took like a nail file, like a metal nail file, and kind of filed it down to make it smooth. But if you look closely, you can see right there. You can barely see that. So with this yarn, it kind of blends in because it's kind of like sucked into the fluffiness of the yarn. But I don't know if I'd use them on anything that would be more obvious. Yeah, so this pattern was fun to make, besides the legs, honestly. I don't know, they were just, I'm not that familiar with the stitches that she used, like I don't have a lot of practice with that, and then going back, anyway, yeah, you go watch her tutorial, because she does a good job of like telling you what to do and explaining everything ahead of time before she does it, which was nice. So you're kind of prepared. But yeah, I think they turned out pretty cute. My kids, I was gonna do this video like the day I made them, the day I finished them. I worked on them for a few days, but my kids like ran off with them and they're like, it's the daddy and the baby, and they were all excited. So I did post a picture on Instagram as soon as they were done, but I had one was like missing for a day, and then yeah. Um, so my other finished object, which is not quite finished. Hold on. Okay, so this is a baby blanket I've been working on for a little while. It's like the boho rainbow something baby blanket. I bought it on Etsy, so I'll have the link listed below. And I'm saying it's mostly done because all I have left is a single crochet on the border. So I don't know if I can show you the whole thing. Can you see it? Maybe. Good enough. Ta-da! That's not the whole thing, but it's basically the same all the way down. Okay. So, this was a fairly straightforward, I mean, obviously I wouldn't have been able to figure it out on my own. Like, it was kind of an expensive pattern for what I pay for patterns because I cheap and usually only use free ones. But, like, there's like pictures that show you how to do each of like the different mosaic sections, and so that was like fine. Everything worked out well. Like all the stitches worked out, all the like stitch counts were good until the end. So this bobble stitch row, I was debating just like leaving it off and just doing regular, because I feel like these random bobbles, like everything else is color and then a random row of bobbles. So I thought about having a color here, but then it wasn't going to be as thick as these colors. So I just did it the way the pattern said. But you're literally single crocheting like 7 and then doing a bobble stitch and then 7 more single crochets. It took me like 2 nights to do it. I kept like falling asleep doing it because it was just so slow and repetitive. And then you're carrying the yarn the whole time. You're carrying this green. And I didn't love how you could see it through. You can't see it too bad now, because when I went back, the next row after that was straight single crochets, which also took forever. But I made sure to go under the yarn that I carried through, so it was like double covered, I guess, instead of leaving it more visible, if that makes sense. And then, so you basically make it, if you've seen my past videos, you're making this rainbow. You started in the middle, this middle section, and it's an arch, and then you're going back and forth around the arch. So, and then she always lets you know if you're on the right side or the wrong side, because some of the mosaic sections you work on the right side like twice in a row. So where I started getting an issue was these corners. You add these like short rows, like you have single crochets, half doubles, doubles, and then triples, and those all worked out fine. It was adding the border at the end, because you have all these short rows that like end here and here and here and here, and the way she explained it, I couldn't make sense of it, of like where to put the stitches. And there was like, you crocheted 2 single crochets in certain stitches, and so I know my stitch count was off. I was just like, I'm over it. I can't. I don't know where I'm supposed to be putting my stitches, and so it's not super like, it doesn't look as bad now that I've added more of the border. But that first row of single crochets all the way around the whole thing was a little rough. After that, you added a double row, or a row of double crochets, and in her original design, I think she did 2 or 3 rows of double crochets and then did a ribbing. I was thinking, I mean, this is supposed to be a baby blanket and it's getting kind of large, and I'm running out of the cream color, so I decided to just do 1 row of the double crochet and then start the ribbing, which is just front post, back post. So that's all done. I just have to do, and she did I think 2 rows of that. I just did the 1 row because I don't think I have enough, because I'm supposed to do 1 more row of single crochet, and this is as much as I have left. So we'll see if I can get all the way around. I think I can, but since it's just single crochet, but it did take more of the cream than I anticipated, I guess. This was a new skein. It looks all beat up because it was clearance. But my heater just clicked on. It was the Red Heart with Love in the color Aran, so just a little bit softer than Super Saver, but basically the same color. So yeah, I am glad it's almost done. As far as I know, she hasn't had her baby yet. She's due, I think, Monday. And she says she usually goes early, so I don't know. The other baby blanket I finished before the baby was born, but I haven't given it to her yet. She was due on Halloween, and then we were busy with Halloween stuff, and then I think she was induced the next day, and then I didn't want to bug her. So anyway, we're bringing her dinner next week, and I will deliver it to her then. But yeah, so this one, I just have all these ends to weave in. I did carry the yarn on some of these rows because I use the same color here as in the mosaic part here. So I covered that up with the border, hopefully good enough. But I do have stitch markers to take out and ends to weave in, and then that one last round of single crochet, and that will be done. So I'm excited to get those done because I have a lot of things I want to do before Thanksgiving, and that's like 2 weeks away because my daughter's birthday is on Thanksgiving. So stuff for her and stuff for Thanksgiving, and then starting Christmas presents. So these baby blankets have put me a little behind schedule. But that's okay. Hopefully I don't have to make any more for a while. Not that I have to, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so I think that's everything for today. I did just do a Mary Maxim order because I saw that they're doing their, like, if you order a mystery box, you'll be entered into a giveaway. And I think I did the same thing last year and I didn't win, but I bought one again anyway. So that'll be coming here soon. The Hirschner's order I showed you that was missing pieces, I keep, because they were out of stock when I ordered them, they keep like slowly trickling in, so I probably won't show those. I don't think I have them all yet. I need to double check my email and what I ordered and what I have and everything. So anyway, that is everything for today. If you have any questions, let me know, and go check out Joe's tutorial for her spiders. It was after Halloween when I started them, but like she says, spiders can be for any time. It doesn't have to be for Halloween. So anyway, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.